Okay, now we're going to build on the list comprehension version, and this is not very easy to see. And the reason why I had you write it first like this is just so you have the idea that we can do this with the list comprehension. But I'm going to show you how we can incorporate a function that will encapsulate this logic here. So really, when you look at this, this is a function that we can. It's doing a little something that we can put into a function, which we can call, let's see, what did I call it in the solution? Okay, new char. That's a good. So we're gonna call this new function new char. So given some char, it's going to return something else. Like we could just hard code it to always return the vowel. And what we're going to do is the way that we use this is we say new char for char in text. So let's just think about what's going on here. What's happening is that for char in text is executing just like in our normal list comprehension. And rather than having all those if expressions, we're creating a function called new char where we're passing that character in. So the character is going to go from here and it's going to pass into this function called new char. And the only thing that function is going to do is it's always going to return just the vowel. So every single character is going to be replaced with the vowel. So we can see that if we run this with apples and we call foo, it changes them all to A's. And if I run this with the vowel of I, then it's just simply all I's, which is not what we want. What we want is that if expression that we had before, where what we're going to return, like we could go back to our first solution and take this code right here. This is the code that we want. And boy, that's a big mess. We can paste that in there. And instead of doing all this appending, what we're going to return that vowel, or we're going to return the uppercase version of vowel, or we're going to return the character. Let's see how that runs. So if we run that, this works. Let's run the make test. So this passes all of our tests, and let's go back and think about what's going on here. So we've defined a function. We've actually defined it inside of the main function, which is completely fine. We could actually define it outside. That's fine. For here, I'm just showing you that we can create a function inside main. And this function is called new char, and it's taking a single positional argument called char. And we have to return something from the function. And here we're saying that if that character is a lowercase vowel, return the vowel that's been passed in. If the character is an uppercase vowel, return the uppercase version of the vowel. And if it's neither of those conditions, just return the character itself. And what happens here is that we use this list comprehension to execute for each character in text, execute that function with the character, and return the correct new character, and then that's going to be our new text. And then here we get that's going to create a new list of characters, and we need to join those on the new string. So this is going to be leading into another solution that I think is even cleaner. Let's see how I wrote it in this version of solution 5. Here I actually condensed this down to the two if expressions to make this even shorter. So that's an even more concise version. And what I like about this is that I've only written the word return once. So this is the same deal as if we go look at solution 1, that we have these three branches of the conditional, and then we were able to rewrite those as two if expressions. If this, if the character here, or actually we're going to have to change this to char, because we're passing in char. So what we're seeing is that given a character, if that character is a lowercase vowel, return the vowel. If that character is an uppercase vowel, return the uppercase version of the vowel, else return the character itself. Let me save that, run my test suite to make sure I'm still passing. This is going to be leading into another version I'm about to show you that uses a map, so stick around for that.